everybody. FC Racer here. And, yeah, looks like we are in the middle of a heated battle between MooseSR and Noble TGH. Tej looking to be in 5B already, getting that Bubs drop. Moose about to join in on that as well. Hope you guys have been enjoying the race so far. And again, to those that are unfamiliar, this is a total of 3 races, where each victory is going to be worth 1 point, and then the overall winner of the set will get an additional bonus point. So we have 4 points up for grabs here. I'm not going to fake the funk or anything like that. I did kind of just wake up, so please bear with me in my super relaxed voice. Also, I haven't seen much of what happened early on, so, but it's looking pretty good so far. I know, I believe Tej was on a pretty good. Oh, look at this. Oh, coming through with that new strats. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I say new because they are pretty recent, but I know that Tej has been hammering away at those. Again, I think that's partly due to the fact that we had that demo Jamerson Speedrun tool that just came out. It feels like it's been out for a really, really long time, but I think it's been like a week. So, but already seeing tremendous results from the runners that have been using that. If you know, but Tej on his way out here took a death, unfortunately, but you know, that happens. Now we got Moose in the mirror also. Alright, Tej just out there. Moose coming through, dealing with this room. Oh no, waited too long to get that dash off, unfortunately. I'm liking his setup to get that to get off that explosion though. Alright, Tej getting into reflection. Lake skip incoming, getting set up there, nails it. Moose about to get into the Seeker gauntlet here. Let's see. This sequence is so dope at a high level. They make it look so easy. It's just like, oh. Oh, okay. Nice save there. Alright, you know, I don't even know. On Moose's screen, I'm not sure if that is his intended go-to, but didn't have his dash back and him rely on a bounce there. Oh. Alright, Moose is out too. This is a pretty solid time. It looks like a 2:22, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if he missed Bubs drops or anything like that. But still, commendable time. That's right. That's what I was gonna say. Tej, I know last night when he was streaming, he mentioned that he got close to PBing. I think he said he had a 27:58. So he's been kind of he's coming off of a hot one. We got Moose go for late skip. Oh no. Attempt number 2. Oh, just short. Attempt number 3 here. There we go. 3rd time's the charm. Like skip is one of those tricks where it's like, it's easy to get impatient. And I think at least for that, I feel like you need to be patient because you really want to make sure that Madeline is out far enough to get that wall bounce and not crash head first into the spikes. It's kind of similar to demo in a resort. you want to like make sure that you don't rush the input, because you know it's easy to just try to feel under pressure. All right, so Teach has already gotten through hollows. Jeez, I felt like I just blinked an eye and poof. He's ready to get in for his battle and boost here. Moose now entering hollows himself. Running into some hangups here, but it looked like to be a quick death, so it's no big deal. And now Tej knee deep in the trenches here with battling. And you guys know the deal here. I'm not gonna give away any story elements because oh no, bumpers are being very unforgiving today. There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna give away any story elements because if you haven't played the game, like go play this game, like for real. It's so good. It's so good. Definitely worth it. Alright, Moose going top route here. Teach getting the feather in that room. I know Flavor's mentioned this too. It's basically like a nice failsafe if you mess up the ultra setup. Like if you don't get your dash back, you just kind of Kareem straight into the feather. So it's a very, very low risk strat to go for. He's kind of barreling through this. Unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not keen on like ILs or anything like that of the sort. Alright, Moose getting into the ravine here. This lovely little water section. Fun fact. Reflection was originally intended to be a water level. So shoutouts to Matt Makes Games for just giving us a little taste and not making a complete water level. Alright, Moose down the battle and fight. Tej has got 2 screens to go. Alright, this last one here. Now this last screen has been giving runners in the league a little bit of a hang up here. I don't know, Battlein just like puts forth her mental fortitude, but it's not going to break Tej today. He's going to get out and get to that level up and get ready to tackle the mountain one more time. Moose making his way through that tricky section there. He's about to get to that nice little ultra room. I might as well call this the GSA room because it's like one of the first things that you see in their trailers that they've had for this league. It's just sick strat. It's so cool. Alright, now Tej is in Summit here. We might get a sync. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. Oh, nice ultra there. Okay, see, this is what I was talking about. You know, like I said with the tool that came out, runners have been like just super grinding screens and sections and everything else, trying to find the best way to save those times. And I knew moving forward that we were going to see just some, you know, some optimizations here there that we haven't seen in the league so far. So I apologize in advance if I get a little excited, a little antsy about seeing some different approaches on people's routes. Oh, Tej is gonna have to go get that key again. Because everybody's been kind of just using it to no end. And the results have been there too, so. Alright, Moose on the final screen here of Battlein. Tej about to make his way into 1000. Moose going for that fast cycle. Alright, he's in it to win it. He's about to embark on his journey up, back up the mountain here. All the while, Tej is on 1000. Got these nice dream blocks here. And since we have our 2 dashes, we can hyper out of them. So you can see just some cool movement here. You know, this is a nice little fun time, a little parkour. Just hop, skipping, and having a good time. Like so. I love that corner boost too. I feel personally that 1000 is probably the most, it's the funnest section of Summit, with downdraft being a close second. And I know that's probably like a hot take. I don't think anybody's gonna be like, downdraft, it's so annoying because you can't move. But that's where you really have to focus on your dash, and it really just like has everything come together. Like 1500 too. 1500's got some cool rooms, but it just doesn't. There's a lot of times where it's not fun, especially if things don't go your way. All right, so Moose now at the base of the mountain, getting ready to make that final push. Alright, Tej going to triple ultra room. Having to wait. Oh. It's good presence of mind there. Could have been, he could have went for the gamble and been like, I can beat the cycle. So, oh, what is this? Okay. Okay. So it looks like someone's been hitting the papers there. Not going for the typical Franker Z room and actually going for the old room. Very interesting. So I'm going to assume that he's hit the lab and actually is like, oh, this is actually faster. Now Moose getting that nice ultra dash there. I mean, ultras in general in this game, man, they're so good. It's just great. Oh, Tej taking a death in the snowball room. Oh, again, on that death cycle. Getting a little caught up here. There you go. He's out going for the auto scroller skip. Oh! Going head first into those spikes, going for it again. And we got Moose here now in 1000. Tej having a little bit of a hang up here. Still determined. And there we go. Nice. Moose is getting that fast strat in that one screen. That is a very small window to get those dashes. And I don't know, personally, I don't know how, like, what they're doing to pull that off. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't know. Can you? Oh, he was going for it. It's definitely could have been saved. I respect the effort there. But now on the death cycle, a little pain in the butt. He's out. Tej now in 2500. Getting that nice corner boost into that ultra there. Oh, okay. Madeline just kind of threw herself in the spikes like, yeah, you know, gotta slow down a little bit. Alright, now Tej making his way towards thread the needle and door skip. Moose getting out of 1500 and heading into 2000 now. Moose in the snowball room. Breaking out first shot. Opting to not go for the auto scroller skip. But again, this is going to give him a little bit of a catch up. As he just running into some hangups in that screen. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. I'm going for some swag here, though. Appreciate that. Alright, now teach in downdraft. Now, again, this is one of the favorite sections, too, because, I mean, like, it looks so fluid. I mean, like, if you think about it, if you've played through the game and tried to come through downdraft for the first time, it's just, like, tough. And then you just see someone just carve into the side of the mountain, just going crazy. Okay, well, near crazy. And just like that, poof. Teach is in the updraft portion here. We got Moose jumping into 2,500. Oh no. I don't know if he missed. It looked like he might have. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it looked like he might have missed the corner there, resulting in a death. Oh no, speaking of corners, getting that corner bop there, that is the thing, unfortunately. Also, Teach missing the coin there. I'm gonna have to go back and catch up and grab it again. This is on flag number 11. Moose tearing through these dash block sections here. Make it look very easy. He's a few screens out before he gets into 3,000 here. Teach getting to flag number 7. Getting close to that home stretch. Moose with the door skip, having a little bit of hang up the first time. Second attempt is good. Getting ready for his battle in alley-oop, and now Teach in the home stretch here. Again, it's going to take this looks to be Teach's victory for the first race. But it ain't over. It ain't over till it's over. Like I was mentioning in yesterday's race too, we've seen some wild stuff happen. We've seen people go back into chapters. We've seen people hit return to map when they weren't supposed to. So anything is possible until we get to the end here. I mean, we've seen internet outages, we've seen power outages, you name it. It has been thrown. Alright, well, with that being said, Teach is going to take the first game here with a 28-57. GG's to him. And again, folks, we have 2 more races on top of this, so do not go anywhere. Moose now in downdraft. Again, just making it look super clean. Look at that. Oh, nice. Okay. That section at flag 20 looks super nice. Oh, running into a little bit of mishap here. Alright, so Teach taking the time now to go and run some practice here. I will put this out as a disclaimer in case, you know, someone just randomly is tuning in. Teach is already finished the 28-57, if I'm not mistaken. And he has moved back into the save file to practice a few sections in 2000. Yeah, there we go. And you know, I respect this move a lot. I think this is something that if you're interested in doing like competitive racing, you know, heads up with people, and you run into a snag somewhere in between the races, it's very important to go and just kind of hammer some of that stuff out. Like we saw Blackbear do it yesterday. He had some hangups in 5B. We're seeing this here with Teej. Evans has done this. He did this in Golden Ridge for the first auto scroller skip. It's a very good strat to do. because Celeste is a very mentally draining game, especially at this level. There's, you know, so many screens to remember, so many tricks and strats and everything else. It's very easy to just kind of like have a brain fart and be like, how do I do this room again? So to get that time to come back and give it a shot again is very helpful. Moose now heading into flag number 1 here. It looks to be a low 31. Yeah, 31-02. GG's to Moose in the first game. We'll see if they're going to get into a little break here, or if we're going to dive right. In the meantime, though, let's take a minute, sit back, and talk about PACE. PACE is Global Speedrun Association's first foray into a marathon, so to speak, but that's not the main attraction here, folks. The main attraction here is we got grand finals to some super hype games here. For example, Celeste 80% League, Super Mario Odyssey 80% League, Super Mario 64 70 star Division 1 League. There's a lot of words to fill in there. That's why. It's not that I didn't forget such an iconic game. I was just like, wait, what's the category and what's the division? But in addition to that, we have a bunch of people showcasing fantastic races. Hello, yours truly's actually got something up there. The schedule and everything is available for that. If you go to the right resources, I can't remember off the top of my head again because I'm still kind of waking up here. I haven't had my cup of coffee yet. But yeah, definitely check it out. April 25th through the 28th. It's going to be at... I forgot the name of the place. Hold on. Xanadu Games. There we go. I don't know. I've been saying this the whole time. I'm sorry. I dropped the ball on that. But yeah, it's going to be at Xanadu Games in Maryland. Pretty cool event. Pretty cool venue. I've seen some streams there. And yeah, definitely looking forward to it. And with that being said, we are back into race number 2. Prologue, nothing crazy to see here. Actually, that's not true. You have the potential of not triggering the event line to skip that cutscene, and you run the risk of starting that room over. I may or may have not done that. That is not an issue to either runner here as they are diving into City. And again, City is just a great showcase. I believe it's also the most popular IL that we have for Celeste. I mean, it makes sense. It's the first level, right? It's like, well, I can dive in and learn this. I just hope that for each one that we have, they actually try to do 80% as well. Or any other category, too. I mean, like, there's so many different categories in the game that we have to offer. Like, any percent, Benny percent, which is the B-sides. Oh, Tej not lining up there, missing that spike jump. It's going to allow Moose to slowly creep ahead here by about a second. Yeah, we have a lot of categories. There's, 80%, Benny percent, all hearts, all chapters, 100%, 114%, just the B-sides themselves, just the C-sides themselves. And of course, all red berries. I mean, there's a little bit of a little bit for everyone who want to dive into this game. But of course, 80% is that, you know, probably the most popular category that we have. But it's good to branch out, you know. So you're going through old site here. The old site, at least from what I've been commentating, it's just been a little dramatic these past couple of races. Battle is just kind of getting the best people here so far. Ooh, look at this. Oh, I cursed it. I was about to look at this sync, folks, but had to go and ruin it. My bad. Yeah, we're in the Madeline section here again. Madeline, she's gonna be chasing Madeline here on a 3-second delay, and we just are really trying to not cross paths with her because it results in a death. Okay, now we're getting a nice little some Cirque du Soleil here in this downfall. Oh, we're gonna change routes though. Okay. Throw a few on the 50%. Yeah, that's another one too. But I think Chai has the world record for that. All right, now both runners heading into Awake here. This is gonna be a treat. Actually, looking at it, it looks like that. Like it literally looks like Moose is chasing after Tej, screen to screen here. Just from the way it looks. Oh no, having some mishaps though. Bonk into a wall in a spring, but still, overall, pretty good. Got about a 2-second difference here. But of course, now we're heading into the bad mamma jamma here that is Celestial Resort. This is where things kind of open up. Rooms are getting a lot longer. There's more hazards in play, and yeah, just the length of the level too. This is actually longer from us. It's longer than both Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 combined. Like Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, you're looking at about 3 minutes and some change total. Oh, Teach going for a quick strat there, but ran into that bunny. Able to get the second try though. But yeah, ideally, Resort is like a mid to high 4 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I'm probably wrong on that. Around 4 minutes is probably the best time I can give you. Oh, can we get this sync though? Look at this. Oh, can we keep it though? Can we keep it into Huge Mess? Ah! No! I wanted it. Like, I think during Huge Mess would have been super nutty, because Huge Mess just got a lot of these narrow pathways, and just having tight movement in there is such a treat to see. Alright, Teach now in books. Moose also getting into books as well. The Teach opting to go for that Ultra Strat. Moose did not. I don't know. I'm not convinced if the Ultra Strat is faster. Just from my own testing, I tried both strats, and they were the same, at least for time. Now, you know, my skill level in comparison to the runners in the league, it definitely doesn't stand up. So, you know, maybe I'm missing something. But when I went for it, I got like the exact same, like to the frame. So maybe it's just a preference thing. But either way, Teach now in elevator shaft here. Moose not too far behind, just about a screen behind. Having some little shakeups and makeups here though, unfortunately. We'll see demos coming up. And well, I'm not sure. I haven't checked if Teach is going to go for checkpoint or checkpointless. We'll see here. Okay, he's getting the checkpoint, playing it safe. He gets it first try. He also gets a little dust money to the face there. Moose also going for checkpoint here. Getting it second try. Also not getting the corner boost there. That little corner boost is tough. I've seen more mishaps than getting it in the league here. Oh no, Tej gonna have to double back here. Nice adjustment there, especially with those tendrils on the ground. His initial landing spot was not safe, so he had to adjust to make sure he didn't take a death there. But it's gonna give Moose a little bit of an opportunity to get back in there. Like, they're looking to be about a screen and some change apart. Ooh, excuse me. My voice is getting a little raspy there. Hold on. This is a little bit apart, but we're looking at IGT here. Teach clocking in at a 751 altogether, coming out of resort here. I'm gonna say that it's gonna be about 10 seconds. Yeah, 801 for Moose. Now, 10 seconds sounds like a lot of time, but if you want to put it into, perspective here, one missed bubs drop, 10 seconds, just bam. Auto scroller skip, if you mess that up, you're looking at about 10 seconds. So there's a few areas of the game. Oh, nice strat there. But yeah, there's a few areas in the game where, like, if you miss some tech, it's just like, well, I'm gonna lose a big chunk of time here. Teach going for the Archie. I should say it like, what's her name from All in the Family? Archie. That's probably wrong too. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm feeling a little, I don't know. It's Sunday. I'm feeling a little dicey. I'm feeling, trying to let my hair down. Have a little bit of fun here. I don't need to be in my quote-unquote suit and tie commentator voice the whole time. You know what I mean? Alright, so now Moose getting ready for his auto-scroller section. We saw Teach go for the Ultra. So I think Moose is going to follow suit here. Also, Teach going for that reverse hyper. It just falls a little short. That's alright. He's got his backup strat, which was his main strat. So, let's see if Moose is going to go for it. No, opting to not. So again, that's going to be a little bit of time save for Moose here. Oh, but immediately, just losing a few seconds there, not getting to the block, unfortunately. But Teach is about to get into cliff face. Making a good time. He got in there really early. The Moose is not far behind. Oh. Teach having some, looking to be like some movement. Not getting his dash back in a few instances there, but he's able to bounce back and get. Clocking in at a 10:39. Moose not far off here at a 10:53. So even with a few of those mishaps, Teach is able to extend the lead just a little bit further. Like I feel like Moose had a deathless run there. I mean, there might have been some hangups in with missed movement here and there, but overall it was pretty solid. But as we saw on Teach's screen, there's a few deaths that he had, but it's just again overall movement making a huge factor right now. Teach about to get set up for Yeet. Oh, just a Yeet. Didn't get the whole thing. That's all right. Let's see if Moose gets it. He is right there too. Oh, Teach slamming into those spikes. Oh no, Moose is getting like arguably the worst end of the stick there when you're trying to go for Yeet, unfortunately. Oh, trying to go for the fast trap, but got a little hung up there. Alright, Teach getting his tape grab, heading into 5B. And Moose now in the tape grab portion. Oh no, well, he's not going to get the fast cycle, unfortunately, but still taking advantage, dashing in place there, because dashes, every time you dash, the game is quote-unquote frozen for 3 frames, if I'm not mistaken. And it usually freezes the entire game, except in those tape rooms. So you have an opportunity to just save a little bit, just a little bit of time, nothing crazy. You have to be careful though. I've definitely tried to do that, and I ended up pressing forward on accident and have dashed off into the complete death and destruction. Alright. So it looks like Teach got his bub shop. We're gonna see if Moose is gonna get it here. Oh no! Why did I bring it up? I'm sorry, Moose. Commentator Chris is coming out in full force today, y'all. He's gonna have to go again. As Teach gets ready to go into the mirror. Moose is gonna get it second try though. Oh, trying to get that secret to hit that coin there. It's a little tricky, man. Especially off of that setup where you're dashing into the wall. Also, people usually hyper ultra into the room too, so you don't have a lot of time to get prepared for it. Now Moose also getting to in the mirror here. Teach in the secret area, sub 2 minutes. Very, very good time. At least for me. Now in the secret gauntlet room. Getting the assist off the seeker there. It looks super easy. Like those runners have that area down. I like to refer to it as a script, where it just looks like a full-on action sequence. And this looks to be about at 2:30. Now I know race 1 had a little bit of a fast time. I think it was 2:22, if I'm not mistaken. So just a little stumble here and there, but not too bad. And this could give an opportunity to Moose to sort of catch up. Now he did miss Bub Sharp the first time, so I can't really just rely on the timer up there, because like it's looking like he's just hitting sub 2 here. But you generally want to attack on about 25 seconds to that time. Going for the Ultra Strat here in the tape room. It looks super crisp. We get out at about 2:19. So again, with that 25 seconds from the first part, we're missing the bubs drop. About a 2:44, if I'm not mistaken. It's like too early to try to do math, let alone math based off of timers. Alright, so Moose is getting into his reflection here while Tej getting through the hollow portion. Again, we got Lake Skip coming up. I did not see any instance of Tej missing that, so I'm going to safely assume that he got it on his first attempt. Moose now getting on his first attempt as well. Solid. He was having a little bit of hang up there in the first race. Was able to make good adjustments. As he's getting into the top route here. Not getting the corner boost at the end, but that's alright. That's just like a... That's like if you opened a Cracker Jack box and you had 2 prizes instead of 1. That's probably the best way that I can describe that corner boost. It's like, oh, is this for me too? Well, sure. I'll gladly take that. Thank you. And that being said, he's now in the Teach in the ravine portion. Now again, the ravine has these developer intended shortcuts. There's 3 of them all together. The first 2 very easy to line up. Look at that. Third one, you got to be a little more intricate when you move. You got to move left and right a little bit, a little shake and bake to get down that narrow pathway. He's getting set up for battle and boost here. Moose about to get into his top route room here in a moment. And Teach is back into the battle and fight for a second time. I guess technically the 4th time, you know, for the set. Because we see her in Chapter 2, then we run into her again in Chapter 6. Right now, Moose diving into his ravine portion here. He's about to get into this cool ultra strat. Oh, jumped or dashed too early. Was able to get a second try though. Now Moose getting into his battle and boost here. Did a little bit of swag while bouncing off of Kevin at the beginning of the first race, but not so much this time. Going battling versus Madeline. There's not really a lot to talk about. You're basically going to be seeing the same route between both runners here. I think you might see like an ultra setup here too. Just a little shake and bake, little variants like that. For the most part, I would just sit back and enjoy it. And as messed up as it sounds, I'm just gonna be looking and judging with silent eyes until I see a mistake, and then just be like, "Oh no, there's a death!" Ooh. So just kick back, enjoy this great song too. Alright, Moose did get that strat very cleanly. Teach on the second to last screen here. Now again, we're gonna look at this last screen because it's been known to cause drama, so we'll see. Getting the fast strat. No drama in Teach's life today. He's gonna get out and start ascending the summit yet again. You know, it's crazy. I feel like that we just got done with Summit. I feel like it is not that long ago. And yet here we are again. So you got Moose in the second round of battle in here. I forgot to mention this too. During this portion, Madeline is just using the terrain also in addition to her orbs and lasers to try to stop Madeline in her track. Moose getting into this last portion of reflection here. While Teach heading into 500. And again, we'll see if we can get a sync of some sorts. We'll have to wait and see as always. Teach getting the wall bounce and those coins the first try. Had some hangups there in the first race, making sure to let myself and you guys know that it's a non-factor there. Although, kind of hitting that spring there, took the wind out of his sails. I'm gonna have to adjust accordingly. And that's not even too big of a time loss there. Again, with springs, when you hit them, you know, Madeline obviously goes straight up in the air, but you lose all forward momentum, and it just kind of puts it's like hitting the e-brake. Just kind of like puts you to a halt. Teach about to get out of 1,000 here. Moose getting his 500 started. I still don't know how they pull that off. I don't know how they get that fast cycle in that first room at 1,500. Or the second room, technically. This looks nuts. I'm liking that wall bounce setup there. Alright, Teach in Triple Ultra Room. He had some hangups there last time. Oh, hold on. Well, excuse me. Do you know how fast you were going there? Do you know why I pulled you over, sir? What the heck was that, y'all? I have not seen that before. Wow, that looked extra crisp. I don't. I'm about to watch that again. It looked like there might have been some corner boost there. I'm not 100% sure. Again, that happened so dang fast. But we got Moose in 1,000. Had a little bit of hang up in that vertical room, but able to get back on. Getting these nice hypers out of the dream blocks. Alright, Teach going for auto scroller, skip. Getting it first try. Look at that practice. That's what I was talking about. Him taking that opportunity to go in and just kind of fine tune that section and just run it a couple times in between races. You're seeing that work pay off. He still has that berry with him too. How far is he gonna go? Well, so far it's looking to go into the battling room here if he can do it. I saw the little I saw him do a little hop there. So I'm curious if he did that to purposely have the berry carry with him, or if that was just because it could have also been like maybe he wanted to make sure that he made it to the platform. Sometimes you might like get to the edge. Nice, taking that berry into 2500. All right, Moose in the 1500 battle mode boost. Heading into his 2000 TGH here. About to get the key skip. And now Moose has the berry. Has the berry and had the berry in as quick as I said it. Oh, nice. Using that snowball to get a little boost there. I like that move. Let's go. Oh. Teach did not get his dash back there. Kind of going for some very aggressive strats, too. Like, it looked like he was doing a demo. He was looking to do a demo dash off of that dash block. Versus, usually people go for a wave dash. But you guys, if you think about it, if you're going for a demo dash versus a wave dash in that situation, you're going to be dashing earlier, which means you're going to be saving time. So, again, it's just those little, you know, those little nuances. So we're starting to come up and making big, important. I don't know where I'm going with this. I had something planned, and my brain was like, you know what, we're gonna stop working for like 5 seconds. So have fun with that. My bad. I think you guys get the gist of what I was trying to talk about. Basically, people are just optimizing living daylights out of this game right now. So I'm all for that. Unfortunately, Moose taking a death there. Having to do that the more intentional, well, sort of intentional way. Getting his key skip in order. Teach now an updraft. Teach making good work through these sections here. He's kind of shredding into this portion here, almost on flag number 12. We got Moose now in the battle line alley-oop portion of 2500 here. Just got a few more things to deal with here and he'll be out. Nice, he's getting ready to jump into his home stretch as well. Teach on flag number 7. Grabbing battle line and getting into the home stretch here, coming into flag number 6. So it's looking to be maybe around a 28:30 on Teach's end. Let's see. We got Moose now in the down draft portion. The first trial of 3000. Alright, Teach on flag number 2. Coming into flag number 1 here, again, the home stretch. This flag number 1 movement has just gotten so, well, I'm going to say so optimized and so crazy, but that strat that he's going for, though, is really, really difficult. Alright, he's going to clock in at 28:37. Like I said, that little dash into basically another upwards dash. The window for that is so small. You have literally like no time to adjust. And like the safer approach is to not dash. When you get to that part, you just kind of like dash into it and then you kind of jump and go about your business. But you know, we're trying to go fast here, y'all. We're trying to go fast. Alright, so we got Moose getting through flag number 11. Oh, nice adjustment there. He kind of overshot his dash. Was able to reset without taking a death there. And deaths are about a second and a half long, with the whole animation to respawn and before you gain control of Madeline again. So try not to die as much. It kind of adds up. I mean, like for example, we look at Teja's screen. He has 12 deaths. So if you were to take those 12 deaths with 2 of them being intentional, total 10, add in a second and a half, you're looking at about 15 seconds just from deaths, I think. Unless my math is completely wrong. We got Moose in the home stretch here, looking to nail a sub 30, barring any mishaps. Yeah, coming in at 29.58. Alright, so Tej is going to take the set and get the bonus point here, but we have one more race. One more opportunity for the runners to get a point here for the... The runners have pointed out that the file name starts off with GGPB. So I'm curious if that's some foreshadowing here. We'll have to wait and see, of course. We're going to get our third race underway. And they are off. Gonna get prologue. Not a lot to write home about. You know what I mean? We're just gonna have to make sure that we skip the cutscene, not mess this up. And they both do it. Let's get ready to go in the city. All right. Again, city. Extremely optimized. It's a nice little showcase of all the tech that we have. Now, I know Teach had a little snag in race number 2, missing the lineup on his spike jump. Let's see if this is going to be a factor this time. Nope, doesn't look to be. Getting the fast start there, clocking at that was a very impressive time. Moose 2, wow. 102 and 103. Stellar times from both runners there. as both runners get set up for old sight. And again, not a lot of craziness in the old side here. One of the things that is kind of important and definitely improving your times in this chapter in particular, it's really all about the transition into each of these rooms and just getting set up. So like, for example, T's gonna immediately dash straight up and just save time on that, and then also clipping onto those little walls there to just hurry up and get into the next room. Like, it's all about, I feel like old sight is just making sure you're in the right spot when you load in. Like, for example, you want to hyper into this room so you can get to that block, and then, you know, get yourself set up here for this room as well. Basically all the way up till here, because once you get here, it's just a free fall downwards, and you don't really need to line yourself up too much. But wow, very impressive. We got Moose now getting through his last section here. Thought for a second he might have almost missed one of those coins there. I saw he was crouching, but was able to stand up in time to give that a little noise there, little doorbell. And a Teach moving through. Awake. Oh, getting corner bopped, and actually setting him up for a completely different route there. He's gonna make it out. Got Moose blaring through too. Much better from the second race. Very nice time. So we got Moose at 327 heading into Resort. Teach was at about a 323. All right. Both runners not having any major hangups here in this first portion of Resort. As I say that, Teach taking a death as if right on cue with the commentator curse yet again. Alright, Teach getting prepared for his huge misfortune here. Moose not far off, just about a couple screens behind. But again, we're looking at IGT here, but there hasn't been, it's not too much of a difference. Alright, Teach getting ready for his cleanup portion. Moose making his way through the labyrinth section here. Some nice movement there. Very nice section from Moose. So he now heads into his crates portion. Teach getting out and getting ready for books. And Moose getting started on his book section as well. Teach about to finish that one up and head into the final section, which is the towels. Nice, getting that fast track there in that room. It's so tight. It's very small window to work with. He's gonna get there. Wow, getting in at 240. Making his way into elevator shaft now. Moose intals himself. Getting the fast strat here. Just a couple seconds behind Teacher, clocking in at 2:45 overall for his resort time. Teach getting ready for demo here. Just a few more wall bounces and we'll be seeing. See if he's feeling feisty. Not feeling feisty. Going to get the checkpoint. Playing it safe. Getting that corner boost though, so it kind of makes up for it in my opinion. And he's going to get headfirst into Oshira now. Moose getting set up here, about to approach his demo dash. And again, taking that checkpoint too. Getting it first try as well. He's going to get the boost here. He is going to get that too. Excellent work from both runners getting that. Oh, we was having a little bit of hang up there. We're going to keep on moving here. Teach on the final screen here. Moose getting there. He's got about a few more screens to cover before he gets there. Teach is going to be leaving resort, coming in at a 7:41. Whew! Holy moly. All right, Moose now getting out here, looking to clock in at a 7:59. All right, Teach getting set up here in Golden Rage, getting that corner boost. Going for, okay, we're going for the super duper strats now. I see you. Nice. Demo dashing off of all those platforms. Going for the Archie. Archie. Wow. This is nuts, because I'm like, I've seen Teach do Golden Ridge not too long ago, and I'm just seeing a lot of just different optimized movement options and approaches to some of these screens, which is crazy considering it hasn't been that, like, you know, it's maybe a week or two since I've seen Teach like do Ridge, and then just incorporating these newer strats. I say newer because they might not be new to other runners, but it's going to be new for Teach, so I'm going to put that out there. Oh, trying to go for the reverse hyper there, but not getting it. Going for his backup strat again. Moose getting ready for auto scroller. Skip. Going for that ultra strat. He's going to nail that. Make it look so easy. So superb. Now Teach in the second auto scroller here. Opting to not get the coin this time. You don't really need to get it. You just kind of go in and boop. Easy peasy. He's about to get in the cliff face here. Actually, this is barring nothing happening in this room. He's just look like he's gonna get in there at a sub 2 minute. Wow. Yeah, very impressive. Who's now getting into that auto scroller section here too. Again, it's just a couple screens. Like a couple screens, and that's actually interesting. Teach taking a death there. I'm not sure if he didn't get up to that platform and opted to retry, or if a snowball just came out and was like, got your nose. Moose getting into cliff face just barely over 2 minutes. 2:01. Remarkable time. Teach on the final screen here. Now he had some hangups here in this second race. This seems to be not an issue this time. He's going to leave Ridge at 10:27. Wow. Oh no. Oh no. Moose having a little bit of hang up here in that quad spring room of cliff face. but picking himself up and moving forward here. Tej now in Mirror Temple. I'm looking to see if Tej is going to get... I know his fastest tape grab was a 108. Like a super high 108. So we're about to look and see. Of course, you know, a couple factors. Heat is going to come into play. And then also just making sure everything else is kind of crisp and clean there. As I said, it's just a small hang up there. And that's those little small things that are going to add up. Like, as weird as it sounds, that might even be enough for him to just be on, like, the 109. It's a little bit of... Oh, no. He's going to try it again. Oh, no. Opting to leave Yeet behind. I respect the play. It's very easy because there's no risk. There's no, like, oh, I'm going to die if I mess up Yeet. You know what I mean? There's nothing there. So it's very tempting to, as a runner, to be like, no, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this. And it's like sometimes you just gotta let the trick go and just move forward. Like, it very well could have been like Tej could have spent, you know, 4 more tries and then got it. But like, did you really save time? No, not really, and not after, you know, like the 6th or 7th attempt. So, but speaking of Yeet, Moose is gonna get it. Let's go. Alright, Tej now getting into 5B. We're going to be looking for that Bubs drop. Let's see how that pandas out here. Moose about to enter tape room himself. Getting the cycle skip nicely done. Let's go. Looking to get about a 113. That's a very, very good time. Oh no, Tej missed the Bubs drop. It's going to give Moose a little bit of a chance to get back in this game here. We'll have to see. Round 2. Uh-oh. That's another. That actually might give Moose the lead if he can get his Bubs drop here. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Moose is in the lead now. It's looking to be... I'll have to pay attention here. Hold on. So let's see. Tej is going to clock into this next room at about 13 minutes flat. We're going to see where Moose is here. Yeah, just a few seconds. Moose is ahead by about 4. Alright, both runners now in the mirror here. Making excellent work. T's going for this other setup here. Oh no! Moose taking a death. That might have shifted. Oh, taking another one too. T's also dying as well. That might shift the lead here. We'll wait and see. I'll go ahead and use the gauntlet room as a way to gauge this here. Tej heading in at 14:15. Yeah, it looks to be another shift in the lead here. You know, from a 4-second lead to a 9-second exchange between the runners. Tej leaving at a 2:15. Of course, though, you know, he had missed Bubs drop a couple times, so you gotta take that into consideration here, because it's looking to be about 243 for Moose. 242. That's a very good time. As both runners now diving into reflection, Teach stepping up to bat for Lake Skip, missing the first attempt. Going for number 2 here, getting a second try. And again, reflection, it's just kind of like, eh. The ebb and flow of everything is just so well thought out. I haven't seen any updates to strats or any tricks or anything out of the woodwork, so like I don't think anybody's gonna come and just be like, oh yeah, no, we're going to go the bottom route this time. But you know, you never know. I mean, we're seeing teams do a different route in 1500 and Summit, going back to the screen over to the right instead of going straight down. So who is to say that we don't have, you know, that the bottom route could be faster in a few instances? It's hard to tell. Alright, Teach getting ready for top round here. Moose just a few screens behind. So folks, as a heads up, I'm going to step away just for a few moments here. I'm going to grab some water. I mentioned this in yesterday's casting, but I am kind of dealing with a cold right now. So voice is feeling a little raspy. I'm going to grab myself some water and get myself caught up here. So in the meantime, enjoy this battle and boost from TGH and also this ravine section from Moose as we get ready to kick off the battle and fight for a third time. Alright, I'm back. What did I miss? So far, it's looking alright from both players here. See that Teach now on the second round of battle in here. Moose 2 screens away before going into his round 2. Alright, Teach on the final screen. So far, this final screen has not caused any drama for either runner in this set, so hopefully that's the par for the course. It is going to be for Teach. Moose getting into his second round here. We'll see how that last screen is going to fare for him as Teach begins his ascent up the summit one final time for this race here. He's looking to get out of reflection at about a 2032. Now we have Moose almost out as well. Basically 1 screen to go. And this is what I was talking about, this last screen. Let's see if Battling is going to be on her best behavior. So far so good. Moose getting the fast strat. Nice. Very clean. So this one's looking to be just a little closer than the previous races. So I think I'm gonna try to get a sync in tune here so you can get a better idea on where each runner is at. Wow, 2 deaths, that's very solid reflection. Alright, Teach moving along in the city portion here, getting that reverse hyper into a beautiful ultra strat. And now grabbing that zipper early too. Leaving city at about 126. Very nice. As he heads into 1,000 now. Our beautiful dream block section. Wow, I just got borderline hypnotized from both runners' movements here. Woo! I had like my mouth open and it was just kind of like, But you know that is to be expected from this caliber of play from all runners in the league. All right, Teach now at 1,500. Moose getting into 1,000. Alright, Teach getting into the long room here. So far, so good. Again, using that wall bounce there. Nice in triple ultra as Moose is getting ready to snag a quarter boost in his 1,000 and gets into this vertical room. Okay, so now that I'm paying it. Well, I shouldn't say paying attention. That's because I am paying attention. But like, extremely observing. Teach's approach in that room is definitely faster than going into the Franker Z room, and it just looks like it's off of the setup of entering that room. Uh-oh. Dashed into the wall, just kind of set off his rhythm there. Alright, Teach having a better outcome in his snowball room. this time around. Let's see how we're seeing Moose go for the Franca Zero. I mean, just looking at that and looking at the one that Teach went to, a little crisp. Teach about to get into his 2500 here. Moose in 2000 in the snowball room, got the berry on deck. Spoke too soon, but you know, we passed off to the other berry. It's cool. Alright, now Teach getting ready for this nice room here. No drama, no problem. Getting his key skip set up too. Making them super simple. Actually, for those that aren't aware, it's not that bad if you have an extra, you know, if you're holding an extra jump button while you're doing that key skip, it's pretty easy to do. It just sets you up perfectly. You just kind of just jump twice and now it's like boom boom. The Teach and door skip gets the first one, gets the second one with the demos advance. Moose now in the battle in alley-oop section of 2000, but Teach is getting ready to hit up 3000 one more time. All right, Teach coming in at 2612. And now Moose getting ready for the final section here. Playing it safe, not going for the quarter boost slash ultra off of that second section there in the first room. Alright, now Teach carving through the downdraft portion yet again. Just like a very quick tour, so to speak. But he's already making it through. Getting ready for his updraft now. Moose getting ready for his door skip. Now he had to hang up the first attempt in his second game, but it's not a problem this time around. Alright, Moose getting ready to start his downdraft here, but Teach carving his way through updraft here on flag number 13. Now Moose getting into his downdraft portion here. Let's see if Teach is going to go for this flag 9 skip. Not sure if he's been going for it. Oh, he is going for it. Okay. Again, saving that time, but a huge risk if you take a death on flag number 9. Like going there, because you're skipping flag number 8 too. So basically, you get put back all the way to flag 10. That is a huge, huge, huge time loss if you don't make that jump. Alright, Teach in the home stretch. Just a few flags to go. Moose now in updraft. Teach getting to flag number 2. He went by that so fast, I'm not even sure if he actually hit that checkpoint or not. But it does not matter because he's on flag 1. So a little bit of, okay. A little bit of a snag there, but I was able to readjust. And Teach is going to close it out at a 28:46, taking race number 3, or 28:47, my bad. That little transition hides the timer, so it's a little hard to see, you know. But we've got Moose now getting to flag number 9. And he's in the home stretch too. Alright, we got Moose in the home stretch here. Careening through flag number 4. See if he's going to go for this fast strat here in flag number 3. Also, for those of you out in Twitch land, this isn't the end of our beautiful broadcast here. We've got some hot Mario 64 action coming up with a Division 2 70-star league match between Tabascoth and Momo. And then closing out the night, we have a Division 1 match between Beanie and Toast Rider 91. And with that, Moose is going to clock in at 29:40. I have Tej on the call here. How's it going, sir?
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Doing well. Congrats on your victory. We'll see if we can get Moose in here as well. Off the bat, what did you think of your runs overall?
They definitely could have been better. Yeah, it was. I feel like each run sort of had a bit of a disaster chapter for me, but other than that, it was okay. For the most part, for pretty much all 3 of them, like that was pretty much the story for all 3 of them, my runs at least.
Yeah, I saw that you had a little bit of hang up in the auto scroller skip in the first race, and then in between the 2 races, yeah, you immediately went in and after the race, after you finished your run, you went in and just started hammering away. I was mentioning how important it is for, if you're in a competitive situation like that, to, if you have the opportunity to polish up, to go for it. Could you reiterate that, or like, do you agree or disagree with that?
Definitely. You said important to like make stuff consistent for. Can you repeat the last part you said?
Yeah, sorry. So basically, like, if you're running into like a hang up in a particular section in the race and you have the opportunity to
for sure,
fine tune it, like, just go ahead and take that opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. Like for that particular skip, that's definitely a huge muscle memory oriented skip, especially the jump through like little spikes at the end. That takes like quite a bit of repetitions to get down for muscle memory. It's like a pretty particular distance between inputs, between the jump and the dash input to make it through there. So it's just hammering that out, making sure it feels right, and for the first race it just didn't feel particularly correct, and I just had to go back and make sure I had it down. In the third race I didn't even try it because I wanted to like secure a 28. So
now another thing that I have noticed is that in 1500 you're going a different route. You're not going the Fricker Z route. You're going over to the right hand side again. And looking at the 2, because Moose went the Fricker Z route, it's definitely faster. I've been mentioning a lot that the speedrun tool that Demo Jameson came up with just came out, and we're seeing little optimizations. Did the tool help kind of like solidify your decision to go that way, or
it helps to time it for sure. It has a really good feature where you can time 2 rooms at a time, or you can time you can have it begin like in one room and then like 2 or 3 rooms later, or however many rooms you want, it'll actually end the room timer. So what I did was I stood at the end of that long Dust Bunny cycle screen and just kind of like did both routes over and over, and it turns out that it's not that much faster for me at least. But I found it to be like 4 to 5 frames faster going top route. It's not that much of a difference, but it you know, it's not that bad going top route, so you might as well save the couple frames.
With the caliber of the runners in the league now, I feel that we're getting to that point where you guys are trying to save as many frames as possible. So any opportunity, you definitely want to go for that. But yeah, I've seen just, you know, I mean, I'm in your channel a lot. I'm not going to front. And I've seen your runs a lot. So it's refreshing to see new approaches, and, you know, and catching myself off guard. I was like, okay, you got some new stuff here. I see you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel with, you know, with the tool that it's just gonna get pushed even further. Like I'm excited to see we're already seeing a lot of improvement from every runner that's been like utilized in that. So shouts to Demo Jameson coming through again with some great stuff for Celeste.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
So do you have your match for next week? Let me see. Let me look at the schedule real quick. Or have you set that up? Do you know who you're playing against?
I off the top of my hand, I want to say, or top of my head rather, I want to say I'm playing Sushi. I'm not positive though.
Ooh, that actually be pretty hype.
Let me look up. I'm not positive. Yeah, I can't get to the page that easily. But yeah, it's I think there are 4 matches left in the schedule.
Oh wow.
And I know that 3 out of 4 of them are against Sushi, Nero, and Flatterby. So I'm looking forward to those for sure.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I believe you and Flat are supposed to be the last. It's the last week of the season,
yep. Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be super hype. Let me see. So it seems like, I don't know. We can try to get Moose in here if he's willing to. I'm not sure.
I think he said he can't do an interview right now.
Okay, that's
he said in the Discord channel.
Well, I guess we can start to wrap things up here. Any closing words before we head out?
GG to Moose. Thank you very much for the race. The races, the match. It was fun. Thanks to the guys at GSA for putting this on. Thank you for commentating on last minute with a cold MVP FC. And yeah, thank you guys very much.